everyone, my name is Johnny. I'm with Vimcal EA. In case you haven't heard of us, we build calendar software that's specifically designed for executive assistants. So we've co-built this with thousands of EAs from startups to Fortune 500 companies to build this calendar software that fits super neatly into your existing scheduling workflow. And while I will demo some of our pretty cool features, which I'm pretty confident you'll get a kick out of, this presentation is more about why general purpose tools, jack of all trade tools that try to do everything all at once, ultimately don't really accomplish much for you. I'll be using ChatGPT as an example, but this applies to just really any general purpose tool. It's more of a show not tell thing though, so let's jump right into it. But before we get into it, a little bit about myself. I lead marketing at Vimcal EA. We're the first calendar built for the world's most advanced calendar users, executive assistants. I really can't stress that enough. If you really think about it, nobody on the planet really spends more time in the calendar than EAs. Truly are the experts in the world, but there aren't really that many tools that are specifically designed for your very unique scheduling workflows, and which is why something like Vimcal EA exists, which again, we'll get into in a little bit. I also write our CCing EA newsletter. This is a bite-sized newsletter. It's designed to be really quick to skim. Every week you'll get 5 new job posts, 3 fun posts that are related to the EA profession, and then 1 tech tip, which might be like a shortcut or a cool AI tool or something. Okay. All right, so this is what it's about. So just for context, this is a black and white photo of my parents. They were going through some of their old photo album, reminiscing, and this was one of the photos that really stuck out to me. And so I thought, how cool would it be if I recolored this and then surprised them with the colorized version of this old photo. So I tried 3 different tools to make this happen. I tried ChatGPT, I tried Gemini, and then I also tried a specialized tool called MyHeritage. So MyHeritage is going to be the example of a specialized tool that solves one thing brilliantly. And of course, ChatGPT and Gemini are those general purpose tools that try to do everything. But you'll notice I have ChatGPT right here. So we'll actually try this exercise live right now. Okay. I have 2 tabs open because one is this shorter prompt, which is how any, I think, sane person would want to interact with their AI tool. I don't think you want to have to give more context than this. With that said, because it is a general purpose AI tool, I've also given it a lot more context with this one. I'm just curious to see if there will be any difference. We shall see. I'm probably burning a lot of trees doing this, so I apologize for that. I will say though, at this point, when you're putting this much effort in just trying to get your tool to do the thing that you want to do, there's a point at which it doesn't make sense in devoting more time learning the tool itself. Especially these new AI tools, it feels like I'm spending more time just trying to manage and learn how to use the tool itself than I'm actually getting out of it. But yeah, let's give this a sec and see how it goes. I wanted to do Gemini also as an example in this presentation, but it looks like last month or so, Google kind of revoked just ability for me to edit images. That's why Gemini is not up here. Okay, with the power of time traveling and video editing, the ChatGPT image generation stuff is complete. So let's take a look at what we got. So first, the shorter prompt. This is what we got, and holy cow, who is that? Yeah, no, I mean, there's so many things about this that just it's rather horrifying to look at, actually, that I do not recognize. Just for context, this was the original photo that I asked to be restored, and this is what we got. Let's see if the prompt with a lot more context did any better. And it did do a little better, but still the faces are looking a little funny. They looked kind of shocked. I wonder what they saw over there. But the funny thing here is the black and white, the what was supposed to be the original version also got edited a little bit, right? Just to show what I mean, here I asked ChatGPT to provide a side-by-side before-after version if possible, right? I just wanted to see before and after, but it couldn't even reproduce the before. All it had to do is just copy-paste exactly what the original photo was, and it could not do that, right? The original photo looks like this. So instead, let's try MyHeritage, right? and see how it goes. And all I have to do, do I have to log in? Okay, I gotta log in. So, okay, I have logged in, and that's it. I didn't have to wait minutes. It's immediately done. I didn't have to put in a single prompt or anything. And holy cow, they look better. They look more human than the original photo. Wow. Who would have guessed? The tool that was specifically built to do the one thing it did a much better job than ChatGPT did, the general purpose tool, right? And I did do this exact exercise a couple months ago, which was when I had access to Gemini, and these were the results back then. Honestly, I think ChatGPT did a better job back then than it did now. I mean, at least they look more presentable here. The new one that ChatGPT gave me was just it's going to be a no for me. This was what Gemini did back then too. I'm kind of face getting melted. They kind of look kind of plasticky here too. The clothing doesn't look right. But you know, this was the photo that MyHeritage did multiple months ago. This is a photo that it did today. Very consistent, right? Very consistent. Cool. So yeah, I think the main takeaway here is specialized tool that's specifically built for that one task is going to do a much better job than any general purpose tool is going to be. Why scheduling deserves a tool on its own. So this is a segue into Vimcal EA, right? So as an EA, you do a lot of different things. Inboxes, events, travel, expenses, and of course, scheduling. I will say, if you don't do a lot of heavy scheduling, then Vimcal EA may not be too relevant to you. But if you do find yourself spending inordinate amounts of time, or just scheduling is occupying a lot of headache in your mind, then this is where this tool might actually make a little more sense for you. But yeah, your existing calendar tools, probably Outlook, Google, they just weren't designed for EAs. I don't know if you knew, but Outlook originally was built for email. It wasn't even really a calendar specific tool, right? And Google Calendar was built for personal calendaring. It's like my own personal calendar. It's not built with delicate access. It wasn't built with that in mind for people who schedule on behalf of others. That's where Vimcal EA comes in. Enough talking. I'd love to show you some of the cool stuff that we built. So I think the first thing I'll show is what Alexa is talking about when she says every time I select availability and copy the clipboard, that is going to be our slots feature right here. So what slots is you can just drag open times on your calendar like so. You'll see it popular right here. Maybe I add a time zone. Am I scheduling with London or something? What you'll also see when you do the time zone feature is you'll see overlapping time zones. So the grayed out time zones, which you can still drag in, by the way. There's no issues with that. But these are non-overlapping time zones, so it might be too early or too late for someone. As you can see over here, it's like 6 a.m. Eastern, and then down here, you're looking at like 10 p.m. London time. And so the overlapping work hours are nice and open right here. So that's kind of what this stuff means. But what Alexa was talking about is being able to drag. This is selecting availability, and then copying and pasting. So you can either click here to copy or Command-C to copy. And then if I go right over here to my email and just paste it in, done. No more typing, right? EAs, you might spend a lot of time typing things like this, which you can totally customize as well. You can customize what this text is right here. And as an EA, you're kind of expected to be accurate 100% of the time. So even a simple typo in all of this, I remember talking to an EA where she made a 1-digit typo, and her exec remembered it for the entire year and brought it up in her performance review. The stakes are really high for scheduling, but when you don't have to type, you just can't really miss. So that's what Alexa was talking about there. The next one I'd love to cover is our calendar audit feature. This one has a special place in my heart because of how closely we work with Courtney on this. The backstory is we were collaborating with a EA community called EA Mafia. Love the name. Because we do scheduling and calendaring, they remembered one of their members was actually hosting workshops on a calendar audit tool that she built that saved her exec over 300 hours, actually almost 400 hours. So that is kind of what we have right here. If all you want is just a CSV export of all your exec's events, that's what you can do here. You can select time range, whatnot. You can even change the time zone here if you'd like. And then, of course, filters. So you might want to filter for recurring meetings, because recurring meetings is how you're going to save the most time, right? Like, let's say design review. This is every week on Monday. It doesn't need to be 2 hours. What if we just took it down to 60 minutes? Oh, wow. Immediately, you just save 13 hours of your exec's time over the next quarter, right? And I think this thing right here is especially powerful because EAs do a lot of stuff in the background, and it's kind of hard to quantify, to really prove your impact, right? You're doing a ton of things behind the scenes, but it's hard to really show that, especially with like hard, cold numbers. This is that. This is exactly that number that you can bring to performance reviews or salary raise conversations, hard, cold evidence of the impact you've made on your exec. I know a lot of EAs will put off doing calendar audits because of how arduous the process is, right? Maybe it's a Google spreadsheet on the left, calendar on the right, and then you're just manually copy pasting each event over the course of a quarter and inputting all those details. No more. That's what this calendar audit tool is meant to do for you. And I mentioned if all you want is a CSV export with specific filters, then all of these options are here for you as well, right? I think the most powerful part of this tool, though, besides the CSV export, is exactly in this part where you can kind of propose time changes to your meetings to save a ton of time. Like your meeting, this is every week. Does it really need to be 2 hours? Let's change that to 1 hour. This one, same thing. Let's change that to 1 hour, and bam, you just saved a day. Just save the day of your exec's time, right? Cool. That is the calendar audit feature. And the last thing, because everything great comes in threes, I love this feature so much. It is our AI free time finder tool. We got to have an AI feature to show up here, right? Which is so simple. Let's say you receive some times, right? Let's say this is the email you got. All I'm going to do, take a screenshot of these times and just drag it in my calendar. You drag it in the calendar. And bam, those times are immediately shown on my calendar, and I can just pick one and create the event. Bam, done, right? And just to make sure, let's go back again. Sanity check to make sure that this tool is actually working as intended. Bam, 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 11 to 1, 2 to 4, 11 to 1. Oops. 11 to 1, 2 to 4, 11 to 1. I guess another way we could visually check is we could go to slots, go to the previously used ones. Bam, those were the slots that we sent out earlier. This was the screenshot example that I used. Oh yeah, we could do it here too. Boom. Yeah, just like that. Okay, an extra cool part of this though. An extra cool part of this is it works for Calendly links too. It works for booking links. I'm going to copy this Calendly link up here, go in my calendar, and all I'm going to do is just Command V, copy paste. Bam, all of their times, right? All the available times you can pick here, 9, 9:15, for the month, immediately on your calendar. Right. And then if you want to schedule a time, then you just click it. And then create the event. That's it. Cool. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I forgot to demo one of our most beloved features, perhaps our most beloved features by far. So very, very quick. It's called Hold. It's still for when you're dragging availabilities and you're just trying to send out slots. Say these 3 times, right? But you want to keep tabs on what times you sent out visually in the calendar. So I'll hit create hold for slots here, hold for, hold example. Let's make it a color that really sticks out, yellow. And then I'll copy this like before and I'll send it off somewhere else, right? I'll paste that time. So here, we'll paste the time in. And then say I get times back, somebody says I can do 12 p.m. on Thursday, right? So I just go to 12 p.m. or 12 p.m. on Wednesday. 12 p.m. on Wednesday, I select 12, I create the event, with Johnny. I create the event, and the holes delete by themselves. You don't have to go track down what all the different holes you've created. You wrote down your sticky note. You don't have to look through your email thread to see, what times did I send. All those holes automatically delete. They're automatically created as well. So yes. Big takeaway from all of this: tools that save you the most time aren't the ones that try to do the most things. They're the ones that do one thing incredibly well. I love this graphic right here. One you use for camping, and the other one the Michelin chef uses, right? As an EA, your time is too valuable to really waste on trying to force a generic tool to do the thing you want to do. Like we tried here. This is me trying to force the thing to do the exact thing I want to do, and still without much success. All right. What you want is a tool that's purpose-built for that one thing and that you can trust is going to do it super, super well. And in our case, it's going to be for scheduling. So if this piqued your interest at all, I really can't encourage you enough to just give it a try. If you're on the fence, you can scan this QR code. You can visit vimcal.com/EA to schedule for a one-on-one onboarding. This is totally free. The one-on-one onboardings are helpful because sometimes you might have IT security requirements that our onboarding specialists can work with you on. And it's also to help you set up your calendar specifically the way your exec likes it, the way you like it, and it also comes with a 14-day free trial. We don't even ask for your credit card through this whole process. So if you are on the fence, if you heard of Vimcal EA before, but you haven't dedicated the time to just check it out, this is that push. This is that push for you to try it out. And a couple questions that often come up, a couple concerns that often come up that I should address right now is you don't need to switch systems. This works with Outlook. This works with Google Calendar. Keep your existing calendar system. Think of Vimcal EA as a layer on top of it that just kind of supercharges your scheduling workflow. And then the other thing is about IT. What if I have really strict IT departments? Don't worry about it. We work with plenty of IT teams. They love us. We have Fortune 10. We have enterprise customers. We have financial institutions that are all our customers with super, super strict requirements, and we pass all of their IT issues. So chances are we'll do pretty well with your IT team as well. But I think the main takeaway, though, from this whole the whole screen is really our customer service, right? We have really good customer service. We will work very closely with you, with your team, to make sure it's exactly what they want. For example, right, some of our customers are uncomfortable with AI features and they wanted us to turn off the AI features. So we made that happen. We went into the product and kind of tailored it to their needs. Like, the point of that story is that we're willing to work really closely with you and your team to make sure that everyone is happy. On the AI concern, though, if there is any concern with the AI tools, we have a zero retention policy with Anthropic, which essentially means they won't use any of our data for training their algorithm. It doesn't even end up with them. So I hope that alleviates any underlying concerns there might be. And that pretty much wraps things up. Very, very proud of this tagline, but this is a calendar for those who actually run the company. Because at the end of the day, who is the backbone of the company? Who is really keeping things together? Who's the person who has the most context on what's actually going on in the company? It's going to be the EA. It's going to be you guys. All right. Thank you to Nikki Christmas for reaching out, giving us the opportunity to sponsor the summit, for giving this talk, and thank you for your attention as well. Check us out if you haven't already, and thank you very much.